Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, the Beet leaf miner versus the Neem oil with 100%, wherever the word is. This has had 2 doses. I did make some comments about I was going to give it a third, but never got round to it with my back playing up as it was. And I have noticed that the areas that we did spray have gone really dry. Should we say dry, but crispy. And then there's these areas here that have seemed to have disappeared, but it doesn't seem to have got much worse. A little bit on that top there, maybe some new areas there, but I haven't removed any leaves at all off this, so we won't know until we have a little dig and see what we've got. So let's do a little bit of an autopsy. So this is what we've actually used, and we've put some washing up liquid within the water just to break the neem oil up a bit. I did mention fairy liquid, but it isn't. It's just a cheap, real cheap soap. But thank you very much for all the comments and encouragement from the previous Beet miner video. So I've cut off the contaminated leaves like we would normally do. Now on chard and beetroot we just keep taking the leaves off. It doesn't really affect them, but because these are my giant beetroots, the more leaves, the bigger the root, bigger the prize, and we don't get embarrassed by taking something there that's really small. So I wanted to try and beat this the best I could. Now Ellie from 3000% said that by spraying them with neem oil with that added ingredient, the 100%, would disrupt their life cycle. So not necessarily what's actually happening on these, but it's all trial and error, and I'm now going to try and open some of the leaves up and see if there are any dead grubs or if they're still there, busy away, not having a care in the world. So I've had a good look through all that and I can't find a single grub, not even in those areas that looked reasonably fresh, where my thumb is. So whether the eggs are hatching, there's the egg, whether the eggs are hatching and they've started to dig out, I don't know. But anyway, this is a beetroot leaf, very similar to all this, especially there. So let's see if I can find anything in here just as a comparison. So I'm glad I found something. I should have blew it out the water completely, but our little friend was in here. He's trying to find salvage back under the leaf. Where's my hand? Am I blurring everything? Let's just come back out. Okay, so there he is. So I've been out and had a look at my giant beetroots. I've got 3 here. Let's just get rid of that. So I'm pleased I've found something on something that I haven't sprayed, but now let's go. I'm going to show you what I've seen and identified on the other 2 giant beetroots. So this is the one by the pathway, and basically I'm just looking at the newer leaves, and as you can see there we've got bits affected, maybe an egg under that one. Yep, so there's the egg just by my thumb, and there they are having a good go. Here's another new leaf, again the same there where my thumb is, and there's the egg. Let's go and have a look at the other giant beetroot that I haven't treated with the neem oil. So as we walk down the path, this is the treated one, and then this is the other one that we haven't actually sprayed. And I was just checking the new growth and I can't really see much of a comparison. We've got a bit of a mark there which is fresh, but I was just mainly looking at the new leaves that may have eggs on them that haven't been affected. Now we've been obviously ripping leaves off, I haven't been cutting them, but all the new leaves on here haven't been affected. We've got eggs but nothing on the inside. That may just be something that's happened. I'm obviously looking at other one and seeing the new leaves with damage, so the eggs have been laid at the same time, you would have thought. So I'm going to continue spraying this one and leaving the other two, just to see, even if they lay the eggs don't go much further than hatching and making a start. Now it isn't supposed to kill them, I don't believe, with what people have said, but I have seen a remarkable difference from what we saw there, what we've seen on the leaves that we took off, and then the leaf from the beetroot with the maggots still within. So it's still got me thinking, guys, and I'm going to continue. So my task for today is to remove every little mark that I can see everywhere, and then respray again. So it's in the middle of the screen there, and there's a bit there. They may have already died, but if I remove it now, and then we know then that even if they lay the eggs on either the second wave or they're still active now, and whether we actually get any more marks on this. I wouldn't use it on the beetroot or the chard because that's in the spinach. I don't have spinach, but you may. You can just pull the leaves off. But when you're trying to get a giant beetroot, we need the leaves. So thank you very much to Ellie at 3000%. Pop over to her channel, you won't be disappointed. And thank you to everyone who's made comments, suggestions. I'm open to anything to try and combat this. I don't think I want to spray all the crops, no need, but I could do preventative spraying on my giant beetroots at the start of the season and continue it until they're ready to harvest. First tomato at the allotment, excuse me. Happy gardening to you all. Thank you very much for all the comments, likes, dislikes, the comments especially. It isn't about how many subscribers you've got, it's the lovely people who comment on your channel, and they're the ones that I follow in return. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. Excuse me. Oh, lovely.